Hello friends and my dear students, welcome back to my channel Phoenix Physics. Today we are going to learn capacitors and capacitance. What is a capacitor? A capacitor is a system of two conductors separated by an insulator. You know that an insulating layer between a capacitor plate is called a dielectric. Example for this dielectrics are dry air, vacuum, distilled water, mica, glass, plastic, etc. Suppose if you connect a capacitor to a voltage source means nothing but a battery. So if you connect a capacitor to a voltage source, it produces a potential difference across its plates. These are the general idea about capacitors. Look at the diagram. Here the capacitor consists of two metal plates separated by a distance d. When the capacitor is connected to a battery of potential difference V, the electrons are transferred from one plate to another. So one plate becomes positively charged, another plate becomes negatively charged. This is plus Q and this is minus Q. Here the potential difference between the plate is equivalent to battery's voltage V. If the battery's voltage V is increased means the amount of charges stored on the capacitor plates also increase. Therefore, the charges stored on the capacitor plates are proportional to the potential difference between the plates. This is proportionality symbol, right? To remove this proportionality symbol, we have to introduce one constant. So Q is equal to CV. What is this C? C is nothing but proportionality constant. Or we can say this constant is capacitance. The total charge on the plate is 0. Why did I say 0? Because here I have plus Q charge and here I have minus Q charge. So Q minus Q, that is equal to 0. How do you calculate capacitance from this equation? So capacitance C is nothing but Q by V. Then how do you define capacitance? Capacitance is defined as the ratio of the magnitude of charges on any one of the capacitor plate to the potential difference existing between the conductors. This is known as capacitance. Here SI unit is coulomb per volt, or we can say farad. But farad is a very large unit of capacitance. Practical unit of capacitance is microfarad, that is 10 to the power of minus 6 farad, then nanofarad 10 to the power of minus 9 farad, then picofarad 10 to the power of minus 12 farad. This symbol is for fixed capacitor, another one is variable capacitor. Next topic is capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. Consider a capacitor of two parallel plates, each of cross-sectional area A separated by a distance D. Assume that the medium between the two plates is vacuum. Here the plate 1 has charge plus Q, the plate 2 has charge minus Q. D is very small compared to the linear dimension of the plates, which means D square is very much less than A. Here the plate, one has surface charge density sigma. You know the formula. What is sigma? Sigma is nothing but surface charge density, that is charge per unit area. Same way the plate 2 has surface charge density sigma, that is minus q by a, because here I have minus q charges. Then the magnitude of electric field due to an infinitely charged plane sheet is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. We have already studied this expression in Gauss law's application. Here I have three regions. See, region 1, region 2 and region 3. At region 1 and 2, E is 0. The electric field in the region 3 is sigma by 2 epsilon naught plus sigma by 2 epsilon naught, which means 2 sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Cancel this 2. Finally you can get sigma by epsilon naught. Okay. Which one is our region 3? Between the two plates is our region 3. So the electric field in the region 3 is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. This is for this plate. This sigma by 2 epsilon naught is for this plate. And why did I put plus sign? Because I am calculating only the magnitude of electric field. So just add these two expressions, you can get sigma by epsilon naught. You know that sigma value. What is sigma? Sigma is nothing but surface charge density. Sigma is equal to q by a. So substitute sigma value in equation 1. So E is equal to q by a epsilon naught. This is our electric field expression. Here the electric field is uniform between the two plates.
And we have taken the expression of
Electric field for infinitely charged plate. Suppose the plate with finite size means this electric field is not uniform at the boundaries. Electric field lines bent outwards. This is called fringing of the field. Here also d square is very much less than a. We can simply ignore this fringing of the field effect. For uniform electric field, the potential difference across the plate is equal to electric field times distance between the plate. You know electric field formula. For uniform electric field, E is equal to q by a epsilon naught. Substitute here q by a epsilon naught d. This is the potential difference across the plate. Now I want to calculate capacitance. How do you calculate capacitance? Capacitance is nothing but C is equal to q by V. Substitute V, that is q d a epsilon naught. Cancel this q. Finally you can get epsilon naught a divided by d. This is our capacitance. From this formula you can conclude that the capacitance C is directly proportional to the area of cross section A and inversely proportional to the distance between the plate. If A increases, C also increases. What is A? A is nothing but area of cross section of the plate. C is capacitance, which means
if A is increased,
more charges can be distributed for same potential difference. So the capacitance C is increased. Then second equation, here V is equal to ED. What is this V? Potential difference between the capacitor plate. This D is distance between the two plates. E is electric field. From this expression,
If D is reduced, potential difference between the plates decreases.
Suppose if you connect these two plates with the battery, means the battery has one potential difference, right? That is V. In this first condition, that is D decreases means V decreases. So the battery's potential difference is greater than capacitor's potential difference. So charges flow from battery to capacitor till the potential difference are equal. Next one, suppose D increases means V also increases. Then the potential difference of capacitor plate is greater than battery's potential difference. So charges flow from capacitor to battery till the potential differences are equal. These two are important inference from this equation. We discussed about what is capacitor, then capacitance, then unit for capacitance is nothing but coulomb per volt or farad, but the practical unit is picofarad, nanofarad, then microfarad. Then we discussed about capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. We derived one expression, that is C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. From this equation we concluded 2 points.
If A increases,
C also increases. Then V is equal to ED. Here this V represents potential difference between the capacitor plate. So D decreases means V also decreases because both are directly proportional. Then the battery's potential is greater than capacitor potential. So charges flow from battery to capacitor till the potential differences are equal. Next, D increases means V also increases. Here capacitor's potential is greater than battery's potential. So the charges flow from capacitor to battery till the potential differences are equal. Capacitors are otherwise called as condenser. Why do we use capacitor? It stores electrical energy because it releases electricity in a tiny fraction of a second. One of the example is electronic flash of a camera uses a capacitor. I hope this video is useful to you. If you like my video, please share and subscribe my video. Thank you.